Welcome back to Northern Exotics, guys. In this video I'm going to show you how to care for a baby leopard gecko. And I'm going to show you how to care for a baby leopard gecko that's only a few days old. Welcome back to Northern Exotics, guys. A pet YouTube channel absolutely loves to educate. If that's something you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And it really is surprisingly simple just how easy it is to care for a baby leopard gecko. The one I'm going to show you is only around about 5 days old. The main thing about caring for a baby leopard gecko is to make sure he's healthy. The things you've got to look out for are they passing waste? Are they eating? Are they drinking? And the way to check that the best is to keep it as clean and as sanitary in there as possible. You want to check to see whether he's been to the toilet. So I keep him on newspaper or kitchen roll or toilet roll or something like that. I like to use a small container. This is a 3-litre Blast Plast tub. And the reason I like to use a small tub like that, one, it's clean, it's sanitary, and it's easy to spot any problems may they occur. But also if one of the items of food, whether it be a baby cricket or a locust or whatever, if that ever escapes into the tub, it's easy for him to find them. Let's run through absolutely everything. We have a food dish, we have a water dish, which I'll explain everything, and we have a hide. Check out the baby just there. So as you can tell, the 3-litre Blast Plast tub is by far big enough for this baby. There he is in all of his glory. That right there is a 5-day-old leopard gecko. And as you can tell over that back corner, just there are 2 perfect poops. So he is eating and passing waste perfectly, which is great because it means all of his internal organs for the digestive purposes are working great. If we examine the poop a little bit further, you'll see the little white bits. That's his urite, which is basically their urine. It comes out white and hard, so I know he's passing that perfectly fine. So at the minute, he is perfectly healthy for a baby leopard gecko. Now when they first hatch out of the egg, what you're supposed to do is to lay the kitchen roll in there and spray it a little bit. Now that adds the humidity and helps him through his first shed. All of the tips of his toes are perfectly fine, so he has shed perfectly well. Now you won't find a shed because they eat their shed. Now you can put more hides in than one. You can do one hide like this. This is literally just a kebab tub that I've trimmed down, I've cut down, and I've put a tiny hole in the top there. Now the smaller the hole the better, because then it's darker inside there, that little hide, and he'll feel more secure. But you can put other hides in there. This is one that I've done, just a slight little one. If I had the space, I would do 2 hides, but I really want to keep a really close eye on him. So that one can go there like that, and that could be a moist hide. And then this hide can go where he is right now. Do not feed your baby leopard gecko for around 3 days after they've hatched. And that is because their body is still absorbing all of the egg yolk that's similar to what we call an umbilical cord. So we'll put this hide back in to let him get back in there nice and comfortable. I have that hide over that side simply because that is the hot side. Similar to any leopard gecko out there, you need a hot side and a cold side. This is sat on top of a thermostatically controlled heat mat at 92 degrees. It's set at on this side. So once it's come through the tub, it's around 90 degrees. And that is permanently the same 24 hours a day. They need the heat to help digest the food because they are a cold-blooded animal. So on top of the hide, I've taken this hide out simply because he doesn't need to shed. You can add this one as a moist hide where you spray it down underneath. I don't in this case because he has just shed. So we've got a water dish. That looks a bit strange, doesn't it? That has got some glass beads in the bottom. Now I've sterilised them perfectly fine. That is, if he does fall into this water dish, he can easily step on them to get back out. It's a little tip that I've just started using myself. And then I've got my food dish. It's just one of these worm exoterror, I think, do it, where the worms can't get out. There's a few mealworms in there. Now that just goes in that back corner there. Again, these 2 are both on the cold side to keep the humidity down. All you have to do is simply keep an eye on them. If a problem does arise, deal with it, go to the vets, do anything along those lines. Look at him climbing away. This one has got such a personality. So once again, I've got a hot side, a cold side. 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Between sort of 86 and 92 is what I'd average set up that at. I've got a cold side, water dish, food, that is it. He'll feel safe and secure in there. I check him once a day. I don't handle him yet. He's in there, he's a brand new baby. He's going to be petrified. He's trying to work out how to work, how to live, how to thermoregulate. He's trying to work out absolutely everything. Look at him trying to get behind that water dish. It's simply as easy as that. Don't feed them for the first 3 days. Let them absorb their yolk sac. Start feeding them baby mealworms and baby crickets. If they don't take mealworms, you can switch it over to crickets and just find out what he will take. They need a hot side and a cold side, 90 degrees on the hot side and 80-ish on the cold side. They need a hide so they can go in there and feel comfortable. And they are a nocturnal species, so you won't see them running around. If you wanted to see the story about this egg hatching and first setting it up and stuff like that, just click this video just here. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace out.